So what we will do on a frequent basis is that probably every quarter is have an executive succession conversation. So we kind of look at who the executives in the business, and you're ideally wanting to have at least 1 + 2, so 2 guys in the pipeline that can take over from 1. And so that's quite a robust discussion because that's about leadership. But what we also do is we do this thing called a people balance sheet. So, it's all very well to have a financial balance sheet, but what's your people balance sheet like? So we go and have a complete people balance sheet all the way down the organization to probably just junior management level. And we're looking for those gems about who we're going to pull through the organization. And once you've identified them, how are you going to do them? Is there a retention strategy? What kind of strategy are you going to apply? So those 2 mechanisms in terms of executive succession and people balance sheet are 2 primary pieces of this integrated performance management cycle. So as you said, what it is about, it's about making sure that you've got the talent is there, the pipeline is good, and then how you're going to maintain, how you're going to retain those people and motivate them so that you don't lose them, especially in an environment like today, which is so highly competitive and there's only a limited amount of leadership around. I've just read this book called Legacy, which is what is about, what the All Blacks can teach us about business and about life. And I mean, it's for me, it's a fascinating story to the extent I've actually given each of my executives a copy of the book and said, this is leadership made simple. I mean, for me, there's a very compelling line in that whole book. And I think that speaks to quality of people. And we'll talk about when you're recruiting. So I mean the one line in that book, which my throwaway line was, better people make better All Blacks. So it doesn't matter how technically talented you might be. They talk about no dickheads. So I think that's important. And I mean, what we do in Famous Brands is that one of the things when we're recruiting, it is all about culture. When we recruit, the first thing we're looking for is we recruit for culture. Sometimes the technical skills might be missing, but let's recruit for culture and train for technical if we have to. And it's the same thing, better people make better All Blacks. Better people make better Famous Brands. It's the same analogy, but I mean, the book is fascinating. A must read for me for all leadership in South Africa.